3, 2, 1, go.
I should've told you that I loved you. One more time, one more time, one more time. I should've told you that I loved you. One more time, one more time, one more time. I should've told you that I loved you every night. Oh, that's on my mind.
Look at my hair.
Got food that you know not of. Keep eating those eggs.
Good morning. Well, I hope you are hungry because it is time for another What I Eat in a Week. You absolutely loved the last video, and I was blown away by just how many of you resonated with what I was talking about. It's so bright. Good morning. I love you.
Love you too.
So I figured that this video would be kind of the same, but we would be more focusing on taking one step at a time in your health and fitness. Not even in your health and fitness journey, but just in your life in general. And I think that this rolls into health and wellness and taking care of yourself. Oh.
Got a knot. Good job, Meester.
Good job. It's like Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss. This is my favorite coconut water though in the whole world.
Is there something after there's nothing to say?
I didn't order a latte, but my husband did. I don't want a whole latte, I just want a sip.
You need
and to get my lipstick on your cup.
Hurry up,
so you always forget. I mean, remember me. Exactly, that makes perfect sense. We literally drove to the other location to see if they had my coconut muffin. They didn't. They had a gluten-free chai apple scone, and the girl was so nice. I like went in there and I was like, oh no, the muffin's not here. I was at the other location, then I drove here, and then she was like, you can just have it. And I was like, so thank you. That was literally so nice. It was just so unexpectedly nice and so kind. Let's try this. Oh my gosh, wait, what? That is so good. I want to do a random act of kindness.
Do it to me.
Okay.
I'm trying to say, if I give you the ocean, you complain about the waves.
It seems like a lot of the time we start out really well and then we just get so discouraged. Today I wanted to share something with you that I hope encourages you to just continue to take one step at a time.
All it disappears in the night. Oh, where did all the good things go?
You guys always leave me like the best tips with the persimmon. I've got so many comments about how to eat it. If you watch my last video, you'll know what I'm talking about. But anyway, you guys have such good ideas on how to eat it. Put it in the freezer for an hour or two and then take it out and let it thaw. Peel it and eat it like ice cream. Ooh.
Do you even notice what I'm trying to say?
What? I literally learned so much from you guys. The fuzzy tongue feeling experience that I had last time. Okay, I don't really know how to think about. This is really weird. It's like my tongue feels waxy. It's kind of weird. It was not a good experience. The persimmon needs to come with instructions next time I try to eat one. If you're gonna turn everyone's tongue fuzzy and you're just not gonna tell anybody, that's pretty messed up. That's all I gotta say. You guys are the best. I love you. I love me some gluten-free pad thai. But before story time, I have a question, and that is, have you ever realized that you took a path and you thought that path was gonna get you to where you wanna go the fastest, but it ended up taking way longer and cost you way more in the long run? Won't be easy. This summer was the summer that I realized what true nourishment is, and I feel like I'm at a place with my health and just with my food that I'm in such a good place. If you watch my video about metabolism, that video really is, I think that video might help you a lot if you haven't seen it. You guys, we're gonna get TMI for a moment, but like my periods are so much better. Our bodies do talk to us. There's just so much information out there, and I think we're all trying to do our best with our health. We really are. We all want what's best for our own selves. You know what I'm saying? We're just trying to all do our best. I think if we can remember that, it helps us
have so much grace for other people. I've done a lot, and I was really doing intermittent fasting for a while. It was truly just for the health benefits. I just want to do this because, you know, there's so many health benefits to fasting, and I believe that there is. However, I'm just speaking from my own personal experience. After doing it for like a year and a half, I've just come to a place where I'm just really good with intuitive eating with intentional nourishment. It's both. Intuitive eating is awesome. I think it's intuitive eating and intentional nourishment, because for me with fasting, I just started losing my hunger signals, and there was something that just felt off to me about that. Intuitive eating, when my body is not in a good place, would have just told me not to eat because I'm not hungry. For me, it wasn't optimal that I didn't have hunger signals, you know? So I need to intentionally nourish my body, not just intuitively eat. I hope that makes sense. You absolutely want to intuitively eat, but what I'm saying is if I would have just been intuitively eating, I wouldn't have eaten until I wouldn't have eaten all day. Does that make sense? We want to get to that place of intentional nourishment along with intuitive eating, if that makes sense. My hunger signals are back and I feel good and healthy and vibrant. But let me know if you have any questions or if you want me to do a whole video on it. I just want to do videos that help you.
Look up at the sky, asking why you are so
Zoe, get out of here! Zoe! Zoe!
A few months ago, I was at the grocery store, and of course, we all love a good shortcut. There was only 2 checking lines open, and there was a lady, she was handing in her check. She already had her groceries bagged. In the other line, there was a man with a cart full of food. Naturally, I chose the guy with the cart full of food. Just kidding. No. Of course, I chose the check line that was almost going to be available for me to check out.
affection. Doesn't matter what you say, 'cause now that I don't have it, I only miss it every day.
So I walked up, the lady handed in her check as I set my basket down full of my orange juice and my carrots and my snacks. But then that is when I very quickly realized that I chose the wrong line. There was no going back at this point though, because people were already piling up behind me and piling up in the other line. There was no turning back. The problem is this lady's check was not going through the machine. So we love a good technical difficulty. At this point, I looked over into the other checking line and literally 3 people had come and gone, and I just had totally chose the wrong line. I mean, person after person came and went, effortlessly breezing through the checkout without skipping a beat. But of course, me being me, I take the situation and I deeply contemplate my life in the middle of the grocery store. I found honestly that it is that way in life. We try to cut corners, we want shortcuts, we want to know the fastest route, we want to know how to get there, and we want to get there now.
I just wanna say, I need affection. Doesn't matter what you say.
And what often ends up happening is that on our way to cut corners, those corners end up cutting us. And we realize that shortcuts end up just helping us go in circles rather than just getting us to where we want to go. We then want to be rerouted to find another way to go and looking yet again for another shortcut. And I just couldn't help but feel pulled back in time as I stood in that long line that initially promised to be so short.
The harp?
Guitar. The harp?
I literally thought you said the harp. David definitely played something. I don't know if it was the harp.
Probably the guitar.
David did not play the guitar, Grace. He played like a stringed instrument.
Guitars are a stringed instrument.
She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. There must be something that
Trader Joe's haul to celebrate the launch of Growing Strong, the book that I wrote for you. I just really wanted to have like a fun treat dessert, but I was just craving meringues. I love them. So Bo got peanut butter cups. I'm gonna probably have to try one of these, but Bo got green tea mochi, acai, wild Argentinian red shrimp. That's the Trader Joe's haul. Woo!
Did anyone else used to eat all like the regular cereal and the
Yes,
and leave all the marshmallows and just eat those alive? Let me save you the hard work, kids. Just buy these.
I know. Happy book launch day! Woo!
Good job, baby.
My book officially came out today. We celebrated with meringues. Got my Growing Strong necklace on. That's the truth. Look at this content. This is basically my videos in a book. CambriaJoy.com/book to order your copy. I'm so excited for you to read it. I love you so much.
The world doesn't sleep when you're falling apart.
And I remember the first time I ever looked in the mirror and wanted to change my body. Discontentment settled in my heart in a way that I couldn't shake. Happiness felt like it was just barely too high on the shelf. And I reached, and my tippy toes were never tall enough. I tried all the shortcuts to healthy living. I tried all the diets. I tried harder and restricted more. I used the cheat codes, and I ended up being cheated.
So it goes, baby, go, grow, baby, grow. Don't leave it all for the other side. Just grow, baby, love. Don't you let go. Hanging on for another line. Pull back the sheet, the worlds that we see.
Have you ever felt like that? Like your dream body was just on the other side of that shortcut that was never even really there. All the quick fixes lead you nowhere fast. The promise of happiness disillusioned me and kept me wandering in circles. On my mission to reach happiness, I could not have been more aimless. I don't want you to go in circles like I did. Sometimes the way that appears shorter ends up taking you in the opposite direction, the way that you didn't even intend to go.
You're the only sunset that I'll never forget. Red and orange sorbet, like it is the best yet.
When we realize that happiness and peace and joy that was just on the other side of the quote express lane isn't there at all. The things that feel so far and so just out of reach were actually there all along.
Been communicating through satellites, yeah. It's black and white. I'm all up in the clouds when it's pouring rain. Ain't never coming down unless you call my name.
We got our coffee. Nobody had anything gluten-free this morning, so it's fine. Need to go home and make my eggs and OJ.
I'm all up in the clouds when it's pouring rain. Ain't never coming down unless you call my name.
Lord your God is in your midst. He will rejoice over you. He will quiet you with his love. He will rejoice over you with his singing. I think I got that semi-right.
He will rejoice over you with gladness. Quiet you with his love. He will rejoice over you with
singing. See, I think I got it.
The beginning part, I think I might have got a little bit twisted, but that was the verse of the day.
That was a nice coffee day. Cheers.
Oh, look at that light flare. Dang. Messing with my halo.
So I want to leave you with this. Don't take the shortcut route. Don't take the fastest, quickest way. Don't take the way that promises that you'll be there by tomorrow. Take one step at a time and keep going and never, ever, ever give up. The seeds that you're planting in your life today, they will bear fruit. They just will. What we sow is what we're gonna reap. And good, beautiful things take time to grow. They take a long time. And just because it hasn't bloomed and is not ready yet doesn't mean that it's not growing. And I said that in my last video, but it really is so true. I wanna very specifically though, in this video, encourage you to let go of the expectations, the timeline that you set for yourself. Remember that you are exactly where you're supposed to be right now in your life. even if it's hard and you might feel like you're in that spot where you're kind of like pushing through the dirt, that's the thing. The light is coming. You're gonna make it. You're gonna make it. For a long time, I really thought I was never gonna make it. I just felt so stuck. My life was just a series of going around in circles. I was just so desperate to get to where I wanted to go that I had to take the shortcuts. That's my only way. And if that way didn't work, then I just gotta try a different shortcut. And it's so exhausting. Just finished an inner strength workout. I love my workouts. I honestly love the inner strength workouts. I mean, I think that should go without saying, but I really love them. They are amazing. They're quick. They're fun. They are effective, and they make you feel so good and strong and sweaty and just the best. I love them. I am like so proud to say that too, because I worked so hard on this program. It's amazing. I feel absolutely amazing. I really need to rinse off, and I'm drinking some coconut water. Oh my gosh, my arm. I can't even hold the camera with one arm. I have to use both arms. Okay, I gotta drink this and take a shower.
These days, it's not easy. Cause you say you don't need me. This is my show when I'm taking over again. To my highlight reel, ain't showing how the sidelines feel. Maybe they'll believe it's real. All the dunks and the touchdowns and home runs. Welcome to my highlight reel.
Oh, they ain't ready for this. 3, 2, 1.
Go.
Hike. Dude, look at that.
This is the celebration cake. I am so excited. 3, 2, 1, go.
Best donut ever.
So good. Wow, this is amazing.
Mmm.
This is how happy I am. This one's vegan, gluten-free. That's like intense. I like the other one more. It's not our fault that we live in a here and now world. There is a really good way to go, and it's the way of grace and rest. And that rest isn't necessarily a physical rest, but a rest that comes from the inside out, when we can just embrace where we are while taking the steps forward.
As soon as I find a way up, yeah. 'Cause you're farther than a kiss on the phone.
So beautiful.
I feel like whenever I look at this feels like you're in Hawaii. Like.
And what a beautiful, purposeful, peaceful way to live from that kind of a rest.
You really make me wanna fly. Cross my heart and hope to die. Lonely, you're the reason why I can feel those butterflies when I go to sleep at night. When I go to sleep at night. Lonely, you're the reason why I can feel those butterflies.
Remember, God has a good plan for your life. So don't be like me and try to hurry through the checkout line, because life is happening, and it's happening right now. So just don't miss what matters the most by chasing after something you already have.
You really make me wanna fly. Cross my heart and hope to die. Lonely, you're the reason why I can feel those butterflies when I go to sleep at night.